rocking. GWR is up. That's the government company. Like I said, we're going to get to the cap, and there's no avoiding that because he's going to move up. He's going to move up once for this run and get to here. The double blitz lets him move up 2 more. And then because he's sold out at the end of the stock round, he's going to move up again because of this. And so you're going to see let's see, once for now, and then at the end of the stock round, he would move up, and then the double blitz is where he's going to get screwed. So everybody that's 2 spaces behind him are going to get a chance to catch him. And all 3 of these are going to be worth the same amount at the end of the game. And that helps everybody else. It helps me, but it's definitely helping Mr. Medici, because the one advantage I had over Mr. Medici is I was here and his stocks were there, and now he's going to catch me too. So now these ones aren't going to catch me, but they're going to be damn close. So, but here's the thing, BHB is going to get to move, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be at $200 by the end of the game. So it's something, right? WW is going to be at $200 at the end of the game. So it's actually going to at least catch up. But okay. GWR. Sorry, I was losing my thought. So let's look at GWR here. We have a situation where it's a 10, 13. So it's a 13 plus 13. And there you go. You get a nice view of Britain there. So we have a city limit of 11. It says it right on the card. So we're going to do all 11 cities and get 2 bonus. The whistle stops, though, need to be 13 as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. 10, 11. So 2 whistle stops aren't even, don't even have track. We can easily get these 2 whistle stops right here with 2 track points. For sure, we're going to do one of our track points on it because we can. We get an uneven number of track points. So we're at 9. So we're going to spend 8 to upgrade stuff. So I'm going to grab at least one of those and get it on. And so then the question is do we want to do other things? But let's look at our upgrades. We want to get to gray zones, and we still have 3 green cities. So this is 4 track points, and that's 4 track points just to get to gray. So we can spend 8 track points just to get to gray and still not get to gray with all of our cities. So GWR needed a lot of help, and he didn't get it. So Britain, we failed him in that regard. GWR was poised to make a lot of money. Now, remember I told you there's this Irish company, GSWR, that didn't play in a game. Some people will do lawnmower and GWR here, and then get GSWR as their $60 company and use that as a government, and then keep the other 2 as a primary. That is a solid strategy, except GSWR tends to not make a lot of money for you, but as a government, it would do fantastic. And the other problem with GSWR is it's really hard to get an OE run before becoming a government. So it's going to be one of those companies that you're just going to accept the fact that it didn't, get a stock bump. And you're just going to become a government with it. All right, so back to the situation at hand. It is $20 extra. So every time I upgrade something, I'm getting another $20, even if it's just 1 level. Because I'm 2 whistle stops over the limit, it behooves me to lay this one more, because I'm going to lose $20. Since I'm 2 over the limit, no, I'm sorry. I would only lose $10. Because, yeah. Now, I'm planning on giving him a train that's going to give plus 2 more. So I actually need 3 more whistle stops. 1, 2, 3, in order for me to I'm losing my thoughts here. In order for me to actually collect on every single whistle stop. So Well, let's do that. So I'm going to upgrade this one for 2. I'm just going to hold it in my hand. And we'll do, I think, how was this oriented? Was it? No. I mean, I guess we could do it that way, but I really don't want to do it that way. Let's see if we can do this. Oh yeah, that works perfect. Okay. So that's 2. And I'm just going to swing around and grab some more tokens. All right, so we spent 3 points so far. And I think we want to do this for, well, we could, yeah, 4. And 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 track points so far. And then we can upgrade this one for 6, 7. And then I have 2 more. So we'll upgrade it again for 8, 9. And I'm just looking for, oh, they're all the way on the other side again. 1 second. Right there, 8, 9. Okay, so as long as somebody lays 2 track here, I will have at least all the whistle stops at $10. I'm not going to necessarily have them at brown level, but I'll at least have them at $10. And then he needs help upgrading these cities, which he needs a lot of help. Let's just put it that way. But 4, 7, he's a 10 plus 10 right now. And his red zone is 50. And 100 for Birmingham, 120 for London. So that's 3. Then I see 1, 2 yellows, or 2 Y cities. Yes. Plus 1, plus 2. Yes, 2 Y cities for 80 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 cities. And then we have a $60 city for 6, another 60 for 7. And then we have a 40 for 8, a 40 for 9, and a 40 for 10. And then we have a $40 Pullman. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 20 whistle stops. And then the last 4 will be 40. So it's $87 a share. That's really poor compared to the other governments. But it's not, you know, I guess it's not really poor, but it's definitely not better than the other ones. I mean, Austria-Hungary did better. So he might have been better served keeping GWR as a major and making BHB a government, but this is interesting how this is playing out. GWR was a fantastic company. It still is. So 87 a share times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's getting $609. So I'm looking at his situation, and I'm going to give him 1,000. Take back 500, and then another 110 to him, and just take back $1. He's got a giant stack of thousands here. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, I'm just making change. All right, we're going to take another 1,000 for him. He's got a lot of cash. So don't count them out yet. 87 times 3 for Medici is 261. So 250, 61. Going to Medici, who also has a lot of cash. Okay, that's GWR. GWR is not getting to his potential. He would have benefited from Lawnmower and the other companies going before him. DSJ's next. DSJ is still not maxed out. We only have a 4D. So I know this is out of order, but I'm going to just pay the $1,000 right now. And we're getting the 5D. It just doesn't count towards this run. DSJ has track points, so we want to use them. And let's use them well. I'm thinking, I think we want to help SB for sure. And the problem and the challenge is there's not a lot we can do to help SB because we're not always connected to SB. But one thing we can do is, for example, we can do this for 2. 1, 2. So we can get that connected. And then here, we can spend 4 points to upgrade that. And we will. So get 4 points out. Now they're all the same. Like so. Okay, so I mean that's at least something. Because I think SB is going to have to use his points to upgrade these cities. And it would be nice if I wouldn't have put this here. If I would have put that where that is, then this could have been connected. And I could have at least helped upgrade that. It was really awful of me to do. I'm just very frustrated about that. There was no reason to pick that track the way I did. I mean, obviously I don't think I was thinking, but like, if you guys don't mind, if I had done something like that, I mean, that was far more appropriate. And then now somebody can at least help upgrade this city, even though we can't upgrade some of the other ones. So we're gonna at least do that much, okay? All right, so DSJ has a 4D. DSJ is sitting over here in Constantinople. So Israel and Constantinople is going to be 2 of the 4D for sure. DSJ can go to Berlin, but the problem with Berlin is he doesn't have a token there. So then he's stuck. He can go to St. Petersburg and then to North Sweden. So those are at least $100 cities. And I think that's as good as he's going to get for now. The other thing he can do is he can do stuff like from New York to London, but he's not going to get the Constantinople bonus. So right now, I think the Constantinople bonus is the key. So let's move the camera in a way so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so 120 plus 100, that's Levant and Constantinople, plus North Sweden plus St. Petersburg is like that. So we're going to multiply it times 2, and then we're going to add 100 because of the Constantinople bonus. And then we get to add 80 because I have a Pullman and it's a level 8 train. So not bad for one train, if I say so myself. It's 100. Oh, it's a 5D. Oh, we got to back up. It's a 5D. So we can add Moscow to the mix. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Let's start over. 120 plus 100 for Constantinople, 100 for Moscow, 100 for St. Petersburg, 100 for North Sweden. Okay, 520 times 2 plus the 100 bonus. And then now we get to add the $80 for the Pullman. 122 for one single train. That is pretty good. And just so you understand, oh, I'm sorry. It's a 4D. I'm looking at the one I bought and I cheated and I shouldn't have. Okay, where were we before? Fudge. All right, gonna go real quick. There we go, 101 a share. Final answer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 shares. So 101 times 8, we're getting 808 bucks. That's not bad at all. So I'm just taking 1,000, putting 200 back. And 10 and putting 2 back, $2. Okay, and then of course we bought the train. So that's it for DSJ, and it's going to go up. So now MSP is up, and that's the same boat for MSP. MSP is sitting on a 5 plus 5 and a 4D. So MSB is going to do a similar thing, but we got to really figure out what is his 5 plus 5 going to do. Because MSP does not have a token anywhere else except for Russia. So he could, for example, put a token in Paris. That's not bad. He could even put a token in London if he wanted. That would actually block people from going through London, and it might be a good idea because I think he's tired of people using London to make all their money. Now, what would hurt is that actually hurts BHB, because BHB is in Liverpool but not in London. So he could actually block BHB from making all that money. If he goes into London, he could do a 4D from there. That's not bad. Although his 5 plus 5 could just go along the top there. It does, he would have to put a token in Copenhagen. The problem is he wants his 5 plus 5 to include that whistle stop, because that whistle stop doesn't get added to a 4D train, right? A 4D train doesn't get to count that lumber company that gets him a $60 whistle stop. So then he needs his 4D to go somewhere else. And so he could always do, St. Petersburg, Finland, North Sweden, and then down to Copenhagen, but 2 of them are $80 stops. It's not the best in the world. If he does put, he can put a token in Paris and go from Paris to Lille to London and then to Birmingham. So he would get 3 out of 4 big ones. Obviously, if he put a token in London, he cannot. Okay, from London, you cannot use, he could not go from New York to London. It doesn't work. London negates 2 C zones, but London is 3 C zones away. So not quite. So actually that sort of puts a damper on the London idea and makes the Paris idea better. So that's what we're going to do. He's going to buy a token for Paris. I think he has plenty of money. So let's go take a look real quick. His token would be $60, and he has the money. I'm taking it from him right now. And yes, we're going to put his token in Paris. So here's what we're going to do. For his 4D, it's 100 for Paris, 80 for Lille, 120 for London, and 100 for Birmingham. And that's times 2, and boom, he got 800 bucks. That's pretty darn impressive. So now he's going to go down and add Levant plus Constantinople, that's 2. And then Moscow is 3, and St. Petersburg is 4, and then just add any of the $80 stops. Or no, he can actually go to North Sweden for 5. What an amazing run. And then he can do his $60 whistle stop, and then 20 times 4 for the other ones, $156 a share. That is very, very good for MSP. So 156 times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is $1,092 for Mr. Tchaikovsky. That is an excellent run. So I'm giving him 1,100 and just taking $8 back. And I'm dropping stuff on the floor. 1 second. Okay, somebody else owns MSP. Who? Oh, it would be Mr. Wellington, I think, owns the rest. So 156 times 3, he's going to get $468. So I'm going to just grab a 500 and walk over to him and see if we can get some change. Mr. Wellington is not doing bad in these final turns, although GWR could stand to be better. So we said 468, so 970, 10, 20, 30. There we go. All right, so we're going to put these in and those ones. Put some $1 bills away. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's another $1,000. Holy cow. And then here's 3,000, right? And then here's two 500s. So we're going to put all the 500s back, the 3,000 back, and we're going to grab him a cool 5,000. Woo! Mr. Wellington, showing that British bling. The East Indian Trading Company is back. I think he might be the only one that can qualify for a $5,000. We might. We have $4,000 there. Yeah, I think if we made change, we could do it, but he did it easily. Okay, MSP had a really good run. Lawnmower. So now this is what I'm talking about. We sold a train, right? So that means we had to do a run with just one train. MSP just did a run with 2 trains. And it's going to get to do a run with those 2 trains again and then again. Now, we may end up making more money than MSP next round, but MSP made more money than us this round. So, you know, which way was better? It's hard to say. The argument is that we're going to do better with this company, so we're going to also get extra profit there. That's the argument. So, next up is Lawnmower. And they're in the same boat. I think they only have 1 train, and they're going to buy the second one. So I'm going to grab this 5D now, and let's not make the mistake that thinking that it's his 5D. All right. Yes, I forgot to do that. So this 5 + 5 was going to get purchased by GWR. I even factored that into why I built those extra whistle stops, if you remember. So that was just a mistake on my part. So we agreed 235 is going to him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's $1,000 exactly. And that's a wonderful run. And I'm going to just come over here and just start putting some of those away. And then we got to go around and return. I'm buying his train before his turn starts. I get it. It's just, I was trying to be more efficient and it ended up not working out that way. Okay. Lawnmower has a 4D and a 2 + 2. And of course a Pullman. And he has 6 track points. And guess who he's going to spend those to help? You guessed it. So let's get that done. So this is 2, 4, 6. We're going to get all of those upgraded. Very important to get those upgraded. So there's 2. Four. And 6. So that's really going to help GWR. That just added $60 to his run. So very good there. Remember, this is the last time we get to do track. So BHB has to help GWR, and whatever BHB can't do, GWR is just stuck with, because GWR is already gone. Okay, so 4D for lawnmower. Lawnmower is in Berlin. So we can go through Berlin and we can also just do a New York run. But I still think even with an $80 stop, Berlin's the better route. Yeah, so we're gonna do, oh, you know what? I can get the Constantinople bonus with my 2 train. That's what we're gonna do. So the 2 train is gonna get 200 for Constantinople and 120 for Berlin, and then $40 in whistle stops. Done. So now we're gonna get, oh, actually let's do our doubler first. So let me get this situated so you can see what I'm doing. 160 for New York, 120 for London, 100 for Birmingham, and then $80 for that Scotland, or it doesn't matter, Liverpool. So that's going to be our 4 train. Okay, and then we multiply that times 2 for 920. And then we get to add 200 for Constantinople, and then 120 for Berlin, and then 40 for whistle stops. So it's 100, and I was doing this off camera, that's $128 a share. And he now has another train he just added to that. So he's gonna do well, but he's in the same boat we are. He's buying his train now, so he had to go another turn where he's only operating off of 1 train. That might hurt him, but it's gonna help him later. So 128 times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's $896. That's way better than it did before. So 6, 7, 8. So I'm just getting some money for him. So 876 we said, right? 50, 75, 76. Done. Okay, Medici has 2 shares, and we have a share. That's right. So at $128, so it's going to be $256 for Medici. 250. I'm going to give him 260. Get $4 back. And then 128 for us. Done. Okay. Next is MKV, the government company. So MKV is next, and then KBS. So MKV is an 11 plus 11. So I don't think we need to lay any track or do anything, so we can go ahead and just run with this one. And St. Petersburg for 1, Moscow for 2, Finland for 3, Kharkov for 4, the 2 Y cities for 5 and 6, Sevastopol for 7. Archangelis for 8. And then 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, yeah. And then 9, 10, 11, done. Then $60 whistle stop. And then I just remembered something, so I'm going to tell you in a second. And then 20 times 10. And then the Pullman is another 40. So 114 a share. So the thing I remembered is Lawnmower has a Pullman. So that's going to add another $8 a share. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 8. So that's another $56 for Mr. Wellington. And another 16 for Medici. And of course 8 for us. Okay, 114 a share times 6. 684 for Mr. Tchaikovsky. So he's making some bank. So 5, 600, and 50, 75, 85. Yeah, he doesn't have any ones left. 80, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm taking 10 $100 bills from his stash and giving him 1,000. And then he has 1, 2, 3, 4. He actually has $5,000. So we're going to give him a $5,000 chip. So Tchaikovsky just hit the $5,000 mark. Very easily, in fact. All right, $114 a share. There's people who own MKB. Mr. Wellington has 1 share of MKB. Who else has MKB? De Gaulle, no. We have 2 shares of MKB, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 114 times 2 for us is 228. And I'm thinking De Gaulle does have the last share. Let me check. He does. So 114 for De Gaulle. Okay. So that is MKB. Sorry you didn't get to see much. I was just running around giving people money. MKB is going up. This is actually getting a lot closer than I thought it would. At KBS, it's our turn. So let's see what we can do. We're at the final countdown. We need to help SB, because SB is in the same boat that GWR is. We're running out of track points. So we actually have a lot of things we can do. So green for 2, brown for 2, gray for 2. So there's 2, 4, 6 right there. Yeah, it's a lot of track points to get those cities upgraded, but we can do it. We just did. So that gets us to gray with 1 more city. were we not able to do that, we at least had a whistle stop over here we could have upgraded. But I think when we get to SB, yeah, we'll get mostly there. Okay, KBS has a 5D, which is great. And then, let me turn this sideways, make sure you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then here's 9 and 10. So I know it's always out of order, but we're gonna get his other 5D purchased right now before I forget. So KBS now has 2 5D trains, but for now he's only running on one of them. And we're for sure going to do Levant and Constantinople, and then Berlin, and then I think we're just going to do Vienna, or no, I'm sorry, KBS can skip through Hamburg, remember? And then he can hit London and yeah. That's huge, because Hamburg lets him go to London. So we're going to get 120 for Levant, 100 for Constantinople, 120 for Berlin, skip Hamburg, that's because of our Star Harbor company, then 120 for Berlin or London, and then 100 for Birmingham, 560 times 2. And then we get to add another $80 for our Pullman. There you go, $1,200. Oh, and then $100 for the Constantinople OE run bonus. $1,300, one train. That, I think, is as good as you get. That's pretty impressive. I think the only thing that would be better is going from New York. But the Constantinople OE run bonus sort of helps. Okay, so for $1,300, that's $130 a share for KBS. So 130 times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get $910. So I'm going to take 1,000. Actually, I'm going to take a 5,000. So we got our first 5,000 chip. I'm putting 4,000 back and 90. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. That lets me get rid of a lot of my smaller tokens, and I'm happy with that. And yes, there's 4 $1,000 chips. We'll just put right there for now. Okay, so we're okay. I still think other people have more money than us right now, so I'm a little nervous. But remember, we ran 2 companies on just one train, so I still think our best is yet to come in that regard. So KBS is done, and we move up. So now it's Chin. Chin is a government, and Chin has 12. So it's a 12 plus 12 government, and he does get 6 track points, and I think the only thing we need to worry about is if he doesn't, so we just got to see, does he have 12 cities? So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He needs 2 more cities. Okay, he has this, but this is a crap. I mean, if he can upgrade 2 more cities, that's better. And then as far as whistle stops go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's actually 13. So he doesn't need to do whistle stops. He just needs to get 2 cities upgraded. And that's real easy here. This is 2 points for one of them and 2 points for the other. So in 4 points, he was able to get them both upgraded. So he's real happy with that. And I would tell you that he could help France now, right? Except he's a government. He can't lay track outside of his country again. So yes, you do get put back into that restriction once you're a national. So all he can do is do more upgrades for Spain, and that's only helping other companies. I mean, if he can help RCP somehow, he would do it, but there's no help for RCP there. So let's get going. 100 for Madrid, 120 for North Africa, 80 for Casablanca, 80 for Portugal, so that's 4. 80 for the Y cities, 5 and 6. And then I said we need a 12. So then we need 60 cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6. There's one off camera. Plus 6 times 60. That gets you to 900. Then we're adding 50 for the Pullman. And then we have 20 times 12. 119 a share. That's a really good government number there. So 119 times 6. 714 for De Gaulle. So very healthy number for De Gaulle there. And De Gaulle just got $1,000 chip and $214. And I'm just realizing there was a big stack of money for us. So I'm taking that money and adding it to our stash here. Okay, that ends our Chin's turn. And next up is we have Plum. So it's government and then government again. So Plum is gonna go. So now here's the crazy thing. Chin could buy that 6 train right there. Because I think RCP, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, he has $800. And then he's gonna get 300 for that. Well, yeah, we're gonna do it. I mean, we did it with everybody else, why not? So Chin is gonna get even more, right? So he's gonna go up another 3 plus 3. So remember I said he had more track points and he's not gonna use them? I lied. And then I forgot to give these to WW. So let's take care of that. So take these away from WW. So Chin spent, if I remember correctly, 4 track points. So that means he still has 5 track points left. And so for 4 points, he can go from yellow to green to brown, right? So we can, yeah, so we can at least get one of these to brown. So let's do that and find a brown. And like so. So that'll help. Okay, now we're to Plum. Plum is a 10, 13, plus 13. So France, 13 plus 13 is a tall order. I highly doubt he has the whistle stops to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He only has 8 cities. Nine cities. I see 9 cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 9 cities. I forgot to count this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And his card says that he has, flipping over his card, he has 13 total cities. So where's the 3 that we're missing? This is for sure one of them. Oh, this one's one. So that's actually built already. So we do have 11. Where's the third one? 1, which is off your camera, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're saying we have 13. Oh, the red zone. The red zone's 13. Okay, so there's only one track that he hasn't laid, and that costs 1, and then 2 to go to green, so 3, 5 to go to brown, and 7 to go to gray. So we're gonna go from nothing straight to gray, if we can. And we can, so I'm gonna get a gray one popped in there. And he has 2 track points left, and he doesn't even have enough whistle stops for everything. So it's a ridiculous situation. So the whistle stops obviously are going to give him $1 or $10. If he upgrades the city, that gives him $20. But that's going to, so it's basically 6 or 1/2, because he can lay 2 whistle stops for $20, or he can upgrade 1 city for $20. I'm not sure we can lay 2 whistle stops for 20. So we're going to go ahead and just upgrade 1 city for 20. And Bell can help him out, of course, but that's really all he can do. So he's at 13 plus 13. And let's not forget this red zone. The red zone is worth 100. It's actually a really nice red zone. So 100 for the red zone, 100 for Paris, 80 for 1, 80 for 2, 80 for 3 Y zones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8 in $60 cities. 6, 7, 8, and then we have a $30 city for 9, and then a $20 city for 10, and then a $40 city for 11, it says he has 13 cities. What am I missing? Oh, I see another $40 city for 12. I did the 30, I did the 20. I did 2 40s. I did 3 60s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's 4 Y cities. That's what I'm missing. I'm missing a whole Y city. There we go. That's 13. So that's 830. And then we're going to add 60 for a Pullman. And then we have to add the whistle stops. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 upgraded whistle stops. And then I'm looking at non-upgraded whistle stops. I see 1 over here for 10. 20. So it's just $20. Yep. And then that's it. Even though I have more points, I didn't develop anything, so I don't get to count those. So now I'm done. So even though France seemed pathetic, that's still $107 a share. So 107 times 6. That's $642 more for De Gaulle. That's pretty good for De Gaulle. De Gaulle just got another 1,000. 625, 35, 42. Okay, so somebody else owns Plum. That's what's crazy about this. Who else owns Plum? I think it's Mr. or no, right there. So 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 shares, and Mr. Wellington owns 2. Oh gosh, I forgot to pay out Chin. Crap. Do we know? Oh boy. Chin was pretty close to the same number, wasn't he? I want to say he was. All right, well, let's finish paying this one out. It's $107 a share. $214 for Tchaikovsky. So let's take care of that. Okay, and then same amount for Mr. Wellington here. All right, so that's Plum. Now we have the Chin problem. I think we paid out for Chin. And here's what's funny. We have 3 shares of Chin. So we need to pay ourselves. That really stinks, because I don't remember what I paid Chin. I know he got like $700 payout, but okay, so that's 6 plus 6 that you see there was a 3 plus 3. So that was a 12 plus 12. And I feel like I have no choice but to add again. The good news is everything was upgraded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, and then Pullman. 119 a share. That sounds right. So 119 for Mr. Tchaikovsky. And 357 for us. Okay, so we got all that paid out. We're in good shape. Man, it's getting to be a lot of work, isn't it, folks? So it helps if you have other players. SFAI is next, and then MZA, and then SFR. So 3 more governments are coming up. And let's do SFAI. So SFAI's situation is, of course, he has a lot of trains. We know that. We just want to get as much upgraded as we can for him. I bumped the track, so I'm trying to figure out where this was. So we have a double whistle stop here that for sure is 2 points. 4 points, in fact, because we're going to upgrade it. Uh-oh, that one doesn't fit. I think we're stuck. We're stuck. We can't upgrade that one. So no $20 whistle stop for you. So he's going to have to just stay the way it is. But we can upgrade this one for 2 and this one for 4. So there's 6 right there. And I don't think we can go any further on either of those. And yeah, we can get that in and then that. So I don't think there's anything else on the board we can upgrade unless it's a double whistle stop. I can obviously upgrade that double whistle stop to green. So I can get a green one in. just to show. I can get the green one there, but I would need a brown one that's like that. But see, this is the only brown one I have. So we do have a rule that says you can look around the board, and if you find one that somebody used that they shouldn't have, so like this one would be nice to take, but it was legitimate. Everything I'm finding so far has been very legitimate uses of double whistle stops. Yeah, I actually found 3 of them that are exactly what we're looking for, but they're all in perfect places that they would be used for. So the drawback here is first come, first serve, and we weren't first. So I can show you real quick. There's one in Spain right there in the corner. There's one in Britain right there. And then there's one all the way up there in Norway. And all 3 of those are perfect good uses of those tiles. And so there's only 3 in the game, and all 3 of them have been used. We would need one of those 3 to be this one. So first come, first serve. All right, so let's get back to Italy here. We don't know what kind of train he has, so let's go around and figure that out. Oh, who are you? You're SFAI. He has a 14 plus 14. Oh my goodness. So 14 plus 14. Let's see what we can figure out. I'm gonna move this tray out of the way. Okay, Italy, I'm gonna look at so Italy says it has 10 total cities. And then I'm gonna look at, and it says it also has 10 towns, which is the whistle stops. So it's got 10 of each. So looking at the whistle stops, you can see we have every whistle stop brown except for that double. So 8 whistle stops are going to be times 20, and then the remaining 2 will be at $10, and then it says anything over 10 is going to be at $10. And then as far as the cities go, everything is fully upgraded, so they're going to be all at 80 or 60 or whatever, and then anything over is going to be $60. And we know that Tunis is the only Italian red zone, and that's an $80 red zone. So let's go ahead and get this rolling. Whistle stops first. 20 times 8 plus, we have 14 minus 8, 60. Okay, and then the Pullman's going to be 50. Then Naples, and that's 1. Tunis is 2. And then 1, 2, so 3, 4, 5. Those are all the $80. And then everything else should be 60. So 14 minus 5 is 9, so 9 times 60 for the rest, $123 a share. So 123 times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is $738 for Mr. Medici. And Mr. Medici is getting his first $5,000 chip. And I'm just going to walk around and go grab one for him. All right. Okay, getting him some change. And you can see he's got a nice stack. Medici is in this game. All right, so the rest of SFAI was purchased by who? Looks like here. So 123 times 4 for Mr. Wellington is 492. So he's going to take a 500, and he's actually going to get 1,000 and put $8 back. Okay, so we're done. This is going to get quicker once we don't have to do track upgrades. And that's approaching quick. Because I know MZA is next, but I'm going to go ahead and just do SFR while we're over here. Because SFR has no track upgrades. And in fact, he's doing the exact same thing. Except he's only got 11 plus 11. Whereas he had a 14 plus 14. And I bet I hit clear on my calculator, didn't I? I did, you punk. This one paid $4.92. $4.92 divided by 3. So he was making $164 a share. I guess that makes sense. So he was at 1,640. And he was at a 14, and this is at an 11. So I'm going to subtract $30 in whistle stops. And then I'm going to subtract 60 times 3 in cities. He got 143 a share. So 143 times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 1,001 for Medici. So that saved us a lot of time. Now, who has the rest of SFR? Nobody. So Medici got all that money and nobody else got anything. So SFR is done. And then MZA was supposed to go before him, but we'll take care of that now. And MZA is also his. MZA is just a 9 plus 9. And if you remember, Chin was way higher than 9 plus 9, so we don't need to lay any track. So here we go. 120 for North Africa, 2 for Madrid, 3 for the Y cities, and 4, and then 1 for Casablanca, and then 1 for Portugal, 540. Okay, so then it's just... So 1, 2, 3, 4, that was 5 cities. And it needs to get to 9, so then we're going to just do 60 times 4. And then plus 20 times 9. And then 30 for the whistles, or for the Pullman, 990. So 99 a share. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 99 times 6 is 594. So Mr. Medici's having all of his money making done right now. So we just got 600 and we owe $6 back. Now, MZA was purchased by somebody. I see 1 share here. And then we have 1 share, I know that. So that was 6. This is 1. Where's the rest of them? Did De Gaulle buy them? So 594. I'm sorry, not 594. It was how much? 99 a share. So 99 bucks for Troikovsky. Yeah, he only had 1. Obviously, it's going to be 99 bucks for us. Yep, there it is. There's 2 of them. So 200 bucks for Mr. De Gaulle, and he's going to give $2 back. And then 100 bucks for us, and we'll give $1 back. Everybody's paid. And MZA is going up. Okay, we're at an hour. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to try to consolidate some bank and maybe get myself closer to being able to clean up this game. Get some of the chips more consolidated for the different players. But I'm actually quite excited to see who wins this, because this is actually a close game in my opinion. I hope you guys all agree. And I'm notorious for making mistakes when I do videos. I think my mistakes have been very minimal. I do think sometimes maybe I forgot to add Portugal, for example. If I was adding up my cities, I think I did do that once. But anyways, thank you for watching. Let's get this to the end. We got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to go. Then we have a stock round, and then we do the double blitz. Almost done.